Comply with the state of Maine, Ebola quarantine rules. Kaci Hickox has been quarantined in New Jersey hospital after arriving out of West Africa. She is back home in her state of Maine, and Rick Leventhal is outside Bellevue Hospital here in New York. The nurse is speaking out, Rick, and she is still defiant. What is she saying?
Well, Hickox says that she doesn't have Ebola, that she's symptom-free and has been since returning from West Africa last Friday, and says she'll take the state to court if it tries to confine her for the next 3 weeks. But the Maine Department of Health says it will legally enforce the voluntary in-home quarantine if necessary because of the possibility that a person who treated Ebola patients, as Hickox did, could develop the disease up to 3 weeks later. The health commissioner says what we are asking for is that individuals who had direct contact with Ebola patients stay in their home and avoid public contact until the 21 days for potential incubation has passed. She goes on to say, quote, "We are confident that the selfless health workers who are brave enough to care for Ebola patients in a foreign country will be willing to take reasonable steps to protect the residents of their own country. However, we are willing to pursue legal authority if necessary to ensure risk is minimized for Mainers." The health commissioner used Dr. Spencer as an example. He's being treated here at Bellevue for Ebola after treating Ebola patients in West Africa. He came home symptom-free and developed the disease about a week later, Bill.
So now the doctor, again, all this is the honor system still in many ways, right? The New York doctor who had Ebola may have lied about his own self-quarantine. What's the story on that, Rick?
Well, according to the New York Post, when Dr. Spencer first reported being ill last Thursday, he told authorities that he had isolated himself in his apartment and didn't admit that he rode the subways, dined out, and went bowling until investigators checked his Metro card and his credit card statement and saw that he'd been all over town. We reached out to the health department, and we're still waiting for a confirmation or some comment on this report.
All right, thank you, Rick. Developments when we get them. Rick Leventhal and Bill.
Hey folks, this is Lumberman 2011. I've been following this news event here with this nurse that went over and treated Ebola victims, and actually just hot off the press that this nurse, her roommate actually had Ebola just as of about 1:40 and on Friday afternoon just now. I just saw it on the news. I'm not sure if it's been confirmed or not, but that's what the latest news is. But we're here with this doctor, pretty much lying through his teeth. It's a noble cause to go over and treat people with Ebola, but then when they lie right through their teeth, doctors are sworn to take a Hippocratic oath to protect and to look after their patients' health and well-being. And part of that is the public safety and the public well-being. This nurse, Kaci Hickox, she's out and out boldly just ignoring any quarantine whatsoever. And in my estimation, that's that shouldn't happen. Anybody in the health fields has taken oaths or swears to and affirms to be as vigilant as they possibly can when it comes to communicable diseases, and they're well schooled on it, with different tuberculosis, for instance, and it's been a common thing for people diagnosed with those communicable diseases by airborne, especially, and then as well, we don't know the full facts how the Ebola spread, whether it be sneezing droplets, micro droplets, and a plume from a sneeze going at Mach 2 or whatever. Anyway, I'm just a little fed up here with these doctors and nurses that feel that they're above the law, and if anything, I believe that this nurse should lose her license to practice as an RN, and this doctor should be considered to lose his license as well if he's not protecting the well-being of the American citizens and has lied to us. Then so be it. let them lose their license. They shouldn't be practicing medicine at all. That's my opinion. I'm fed up with this stuff. I'm fed up with the Obamacare. I'm fed up with the whole 9 yards here. Anyway, just wanted to share this with you folks because this is important. What happens if all these nurses feel this way? And not to mention anybody on a flight coming from an Ebola-stricken nation. We should have this travel ban in force immediately. Another mess up by this administration. So the states have their rights to protect their own borders, and God bless them. Anyway, Loverman out.